There we are.
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Time on Feed podcast.
Hey,
I'm,
does it look like I have a halo
it does,
if I sit there?
kind of, yeah,
Oh man,
you look very ethereal, angelic.
because I am.
Yeah.
I am.
My name's Alyssa.
And I am George.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Huh,
We stare at each other, say our
yeah,
names.
like that.
This podcasting thing is weird.
What do we got on the go today?
Today, we are talking about the mental crash after big races. So, those post race blues and what to do.
The come down.
Yes,
The big come
exactly.
down, the crash.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we're talking about today. It's very much our reality right now. So it'll be interesting to dive into, but let's do a little check in first.
Excuse me, hurt my sick.
Yes, the listeners might have heard that cough. So how are you doing?
Sounded viral
Mm-hmm.
because it might be.
Yeah.
But like a good human, I am not going to get it looked at.
You're going to continue to go to work.
Just do all the things I usually do and get worse.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I'm not feeling awesome, which is probably coming through on our super high quality dynamic microphones.
Yeah.
Which I'm sorry if I sound sick.
But that's going to wrap into actually the crash after
Ties
big
in,
races.
yeah,
So
coincidentally.
kind of interesting timing.
Mm-hmm. So throat's sore. Hopefully I'm not hacking this whole time, and
Yeah.
not too nasally. Knock on wood.
Yeah. So how has it
Yeah.
been since like 2 weeks post marathon now?
Yep.
For you, and just like as an overall, how have
It's
you kind of
2
felt?
weeks.
How has
Yeah, it's almost 2 weeks.
things been? Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I feel good. I feel like my body's still recovering.
Yeah.
Which is a little surprising to me. Not in that I didn't expect to be tired, but like it's now 2 weeks out. I figured I'd just be right back to normal.
It's kind of surprising to me too, not like for you, but it's interesting because you were such a well-rounded and experienced athlete, like doing like some really intense stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like yeah, it's kind of interesting that it's
Yeah, I suppose I don't know why I expect that because I
Yeah.
hadn't done
Yeah.
marathons, so it's not like I had anything to draw from.
Yeah.
I just figured it'd just be fine, and
Yeah.
I'd just get right back, which I did. I mean, I did get right back to working out and work and
Yeah.
running for the most part, but lower volume. This tea is scalding hot.
Drinking tea, like
Drinking tea
mature.
for our listeners.
Yeah.
But I feel a little surprised that I'm sick now and
Yeah.
tired and lethargic, and again, how that ties into the post-race blues. Plus, it's rainy. If here in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, the greatest city on the planet.
I said no, whatever.
You should come here.
Just
You're looking
kidding.
for a vacation spot.
Love Red
We'll send
Deer.
you an address.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been wet, which is great. We needed rain, so I think just feeling the rainy blues, but
Yeah.
oh no, I'm okay.
That's good.
How are you doing there, sweet thing?
Similar, not I mean
You're a week out.
Yeah, week out. Yeah.
Fun.
Tired. We're gonna talk about this more later for sure, but it's funny because the check-in is exactly basically like how we feel. It is what we're gonna talk about later with the post race blues and that mental crash and stuff. But yeah, but same thing, like super tired, and just like overall fatigued. But like we've had some good stuff happening in life. Like some of our stressors have gone away with
You've had good stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Just you.
Job stuff and well, what's mine is yours.
Uh-huh.
What's yours is mine. What's mine is mine.
Okay.
We collectively have had good stuff, right?
No, we have for sure.
And so yeah, good work stuff, promotion, and then
hey.
and then
What do the kids say?
I don't know.
That slaps.
Oh.
Is that not applicable?
I don't know. I think that is applicable actually. That slaps means like that's cool.
Probably doesn't.
Probably not. But
a gang term.
Yeah, you're gonna get like flagged.
I do know you're a baddie.
Yeah.
Such a baddie.
Yeah. But yeah, so some good stuff has happened, but definitely some tiredness, and yeah, we're just like
holy shit, we're just kicking this off on like the most blah sort of
Well,
frequency.
and it is like you said too, it's been raining
So
great
rainy.
for 3 days, which is, like, interesting because we never have that here.
Right.
But no, what I was gonna say was it's weird because you think that, like, after you run a race or a marathon, you do well, like, the world should stop and they
Right.
should be applauding you, like, you're when you go back to work, you're kinda like, Wait,
Yeah.
like, I'm not special here. I was special
How come you're not
at the
cheering for me?
finish line." Yeah, and here I mean, I'm not why isn't everyone
Yeah.
congratulating me or asking me to see my medal,
I
right?
think that often.
That sucks. But yeah. Anyways, let's get into it because that's kind of like any more that we say is really going to wrap
Yeah,
into our subject.
for
But
sure.
yeah, we're talking about the mental crash after big races, that post-race blues. I know a lot of people feel that, but
Yeah,
it's rarely talked about, I find.
true.
And so I think that
It's kind of the not so sexy thing to
yeah,
talk about
totally.
that I do think a lot of people experience. And
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not all the time.
Yeah.
And we kind of hash that out. Like it does probably depend.
Yeah.
But yeah, kick us off.
Yeah.
Get us into our first segment.
So I think let's talk about like expecting that crash, right?
Mhm.
After you run a big race, a big marathon, or do a big thing,
Right.
even. I mean, we're talking obviously specifically about races and running, but that post race void is just there.
Yeah, and we wanted to kind of capture for you guys kind of like two or three things that
Yeah.
pertain to this particular topic that we've experienced and that we think people probably on the normal or on the regular experience. And that first one, to be clear, is expect the crash. It's going to happen to a degree. And
Yeah.
that's where it becomes a little bit subjective. I think everybody has it happen.
Yeah.
Perhaps you might not notice it.
Yeah.
And in other instances, you probably notice it heavily.
Yeah.
So are you there now? Are you feeling this? How would you describe
The crash.
the crash for you in your lived experience?
Well, like, I mean, for me since January, everything builds up to this race, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you have this big goal in mind or a goal in mind, and you have this race, and you're doing everything with this vision in your head and this date specifically, right? And so, everything builds up to that. You complete the task, you complete your goal, you achieve your dream, that kind of thing. And then what?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, well, like I said earlier, like everything goes back to normal life and it's kind of like, okay, well that sucks. Like what's next? Because it's such a high when you cross that finish line. It's like the best of the best. You feel so good. You have people congratulating you. It's just the coolest feeling. And then yeah, people rarely talk about the blues that you feel after. Like it's a thing. So I'm kind of in that now. Like I'm kind of like teetering on that now. I think for sure the first few days after, it was kind of like, well, okay, like I don't really want to run now, like, because what am I running for? And you get kind of in that like depressive state a little bit because it's so exciting. Like I said, you go back to work and it's like, you're walking around looking at people, hoping that they'll, ask you about your race. You're like,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, so I'm kind of in that now. It's 1 week post. It's interesting because next weekend we have another race, a
Yeah.
relay race coincidentally, so
4
we
days
haven't
from
left,
now.
yeah, ourselves much time
Oh.
to actually be depressed, but in the same breath, it's a different thing, right? So a trail run and a race is
Yeah.
different. But how about you? Do you feel that?
Well, yeah, I don't think I mean, it's certainly when we say depressed, we don't mean clinical depression. That's not what we're talking about here, but we mean that blues, like the mental side.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the physical next, but the mental piece is probably hits before the physical.
Yeah.
And believe me, the physical's hitting me now. So
Yeah.
I'm well aware of what that feels like, but definitely the mental. You
Yes.
have this goal, and for some people, it's their only goal of the year. They have one race,
Yeah.
or maybe that's what they've been working out to over multiple years,
Yeah.
or it's a once in a lifetime thing. So it could have exponential emotional value and significance
Yeah.
to a person that's running a marathon, a 10K, a half, a five, whatever it might be. And I think the same things that you've mentioned stand regardless of distance. They've probably been training harder than they've ever trained, or they've put in a substantial amount of training to get to that point, invested emotionally, physically.
Yeah.
And when it's over,
Yeah.
it's over. And you're
Mhm.
right. People will talk to you about it
Yeah.
for a little while, but
Mhm.
I think after day two or three, nobody wants to hear about your marathon.
Yeah, life is going.
And that
Yeah,
reality
and it's sad.
comes in hot and heavy, and you've done such a cool thing. And so yeah, for me it was, I mean, and then the difference being, if you are like us and you have a bunch of races scheduled for the year, I think the blow is not also
It's not
encompassing,
as
right? Yeah, it doesn't crush you,
yeah.
so to speak, because we have other things to look forward to. But we experienced this last year, I think, end of season,
Yeah.
which we just drug out till December, basically. But
Totally.
yeah, when the season comes to its conclusion, you kind of go through the same
Yeah,
emotional kind of spectrum of feelings. So
absolutely.
for me, I felt tired. I think right away I felt exhausted afterward. I shouldn't say right away, probably a few days after.
Yeah,
I
right
started to
away.
feel it.
And
Right.
just so everyone knows who's listening, the next day after your marathon, actually, and I think after mine, we went for a 12K trail run
Humble,
after
yeah,
yours.
not so humble brag.
And then I think a 10K trail run after mine. No, but I mean, and that's not even to brag. That's just to
No, I was
actually mean that
bragging.
our physical bodies weren't even catching up with
Right.
the
Yeah,
tiredness,
it's
right? Like
true.
we didn't feel fatigued the
No, because you
first
ride that. I
day.
think you ride that high.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, let's get out there and run again.
Exactly.
We're
Yeah.
super good at it.
Yeah.
No, it's
But it's come now,
yeah,
right?
it
Like
does.
a week or two later.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So yeah, for me, it was uh, physically, I felt fine for quite a while afterward, and yeah, the mental side's kind of like, oh, that was really fun, and
Yeah.
now I don't want to run so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, which we'll
Exactly.
get into that piece
Yeah.
too. So, and why don't we just keep bumping it right along? Because the
Yeah.
physical, it's right there. It's paralleling the emotional. It kind of just for us was a little bit more delayed. Well, for me, you
Yeah.
probably haven't even hit your physical
Like down.
crap
Down. Yeah.
and come down.
Well, and it's also so like that moves into our next point that I mean, expect the crash because that's normal and that
Hmm.
happens. And if you're wondering why after such a big event, you're feeling like kind of low, that is totally normal. And I
Yeah.
don't think, yeah, we don't really talk about it too much, but it's super common and it's something that we're even feeling, even though we have other races on the docket, right?
Yeah, and I mean, you've accomplished something big. So
Totally.
anytime you do that in life,
Yeah.
and you have to go back to your 9 to 5 or
Yeah.
whatever you go back to, the norm,
Yeah.
it's not as fun.
Yeah, exactly. And then along with that comes like kind of the second point we wanted to bring up, which is that loss of structure and purpose,
Mhm.
right? So it can feel really heavy because you finish your race and you finish this thing that you've been working towards, and all of a sudden it's done. And then what? And I feel
Right.
like along with that comes that loss of structure, purpose, like losing the focus and the motivation. If I have a goal, I'm so goal driven that I can have that in my sights, right?
Yeah.
And accomplish that. But then when the goal's done and you've completed it, it kind of leaves you like kind of floundering a little bit.
Yeah. And that's something that, again, I think depending upon what you have lined up, if this is a one off, it, it could get bad pretty quick. I think those who have multiple races planned, or you're looking to attain a level of fitness, and that ties into a race, I think there's at least a roadmap for you to continue.
Yeah.
If you're doing a one-off and it's my one and only marathon, you could definitely, your training and your focus will potentially fall off a cliff. You finish this, you complete it. Then this harkens back to one of our earlier podcasts. But what is motivating you to continue?
Yeah.
Right? Was it just to attain this one goal in time, or was it to have a lifestyle change
Yeah.
and to continue down that road? I count myself fortunate that we have a lot of things on the go, and that fitness and an active lifestyle is important to us. So this is something that, though we feel it, we're able to kind of correct course and
Yeah.
get back to it in short order. Not to mention having the races that we have booked is definitely a motivator because you want to succeed at those as well. So I think what I felt and what I've seen in folks is that there's definitely a recovery period and I believe that is our last segment that we're going to speak to today. But you have to go through that, and I think that's healthy, and that can be variable. But then there's just, for me anyway, there's this intrinsic sense of I just don't want to get back after
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And I think that comes into the physical.
Yeah.
You're tired, your body, your central nervous system, your musculature, perhaps your skeletal system needs time to adapt, recover after such a large output and big effort. And that can be a week, 2, 3. I think we read something last week that could be 5 weeks or 6 weeks even.
Yeah, up to 6 weeks
Post
for a
marathon.
recovery
Yeah,
period.
for a proper recovery period. So that probably plays into the I think the tendency to get away from, a rigorous training schedule or even normal runs
Well,
post
and it's no wonder
race.
that people they'll train for something, they'll achieve it, and then they'll stop
Right.
altogether. Like, you'll run for,
Yeah.
18 weeks or 20 weeks in preparation, and then you do your race, and then you stop. And then, the next year or
Yeah.
next season, you train, you do your race, and you stop. And it's very understandable why people do that, because there is naturally, you have to decline the amount of mileage that you're doing.
Yeah.
Your fatigue increases just naturally physically, your immune system. One of the things we've talked about a lot is that central nervous system crash
Right.
that happens because everything builds up. Your central nervous system's really shot and it's really firing on all cylinders prior to your race. And then, when that happens and your immune system kind of crashes, then you start to get sick, right? Which
Yeah.
is exactly kind of what's happened to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of like snagging the girl of your dreams, putting all that effort in, and then once she starts dating you, stop trying. You show up to your
Wait
podcast
a
wearing,
second.
wearing camo pants,
Wait, what's happening?
drinking
We
peppermint
need like
teas.
Dr. Phil or
Yeah,
something or whoever.
intervention,
Yeah.
intervention. No, it really is true, and it puts into perspective just how impressive some of those professionals are.
Yeah.
That they get back to it right away.
Immediately.
Yeah, and they're
For the next
for the
season.
next season,
Yeah.
and they're not running a race every 3 weeks, but they have big races,
Or
but
you even hear
they're back to
people.
it quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And you hear these stories, like I just heard one recently, but where, someone was training for 8 years to get to the Olympics or whatever. And I'm like, I can't imagine training for 8 years.
Yeah,
After you're 4, you've got to be like, come on,
it's Paralympians. They
Yeah,
peak at like 18.
I know.
Win a
So
gold. What do you do after
yeah,
that?
I know. But that's the thing is that, yeah, you lose that structure, you
You
lose
do.
that purpose a lot of times. And so it's a matter of finding that again,
It's
finding that back.
it's true.
Yeah.
And speaking as recreational
Yeah.
runners, not paid professionals,
Yeah.
it can be even more difficult because there's no monetary reward.
Yeah.
There's no monetary structure in the background paying for our training.
Yeah.
It's all intrinsic. It's all, hey, what do you want to do today? Right? Who are you? Why does this matter?
Yeah.
What's your motivation?
Yeah.
What's your purpose?
Exactly. Do you want to talk a little bit about that CNS kind of crash, central nervous system crash, and that immune system kind of failure after a
Yeah.
race?
I mean, to the limited degree that I can speak to.
Doctor, tell us.
Yeah. I am not a doctor, at least in this country.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's certainly well established that there's central nervous system impact to any high output athletics, and running I think is one of the sports that can drain your central nervous system the most. And I think what we've read and seen and heard is that post marathon you're far more susceptible to illness. Your immune system is shot, your central nervous system is shot, and people commonly get ill within a 2-week window post marathon, which is exactly where I'm at now. And potentially that's a causative factor in this. We've had some other life stressors in the last few weeks, but certainly I think that systemic fatigue can lead to illness if you're burning the wick at both ends like we like to do. It's going to be a certainty. And yeah, physiologically, I mean, I think your system is flush full of toxins, right? Lactate. You're basically running like a metabolic acidosis, and your whole body is kind of sick after doing something like this. So the need to recover is paramount, and people do good jobs at that, and then there's people like us that just don't do good jobs.
Do not do good jobs.
So you kind of get what you ask for in that regard, but again, it's a spectrum, and everybody's a little bit different. Some
Yeah.
people need this, some people need that. And live and learn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you go through these things and you find something that works for you, you can try to emulate that time and time again, or you can change it up. And
Yeah.
every race is a little bit different. The demands are always different.
Yeah.
But I think without a doubt, your body, the physicality of it all, there's a totality to it,
Yeah.
and there's a big come down that parallels that
Yeah.
emotional come down. So you're mentally you're taxed.
Yeah.
You're that euphoric state is gone. Reality is hit.
Yeah.
And then shortly thereafter, I think your body follows suit and says, "Oh my gosh, I'm feeling kind of sick.
Yeah.
What did you do to me?"
Exactly. And I think that the fatigue that we've been feeling, so we've talked a lot about like how we were quite tired. We'll wake up in the morning and be like just like a really heavy, full body tired. But I think a lot of that is actually that central nervous system kind of crashing and coming down. Like our bodies are used to doing kind of endurance type sports and things all the time. And like even today, I was super tired before going to the gym, but I did a run on the treadmill and the run was amazing, but I'm still like tired, like like I'm in a fatigue kind of state. So I think that that's a lot of that central nervous system kind of stuff, right? Crashing. And let's talk about that. You mentioned, we're not good at recovery. It's not something that we do a good job at, but the downtime does matter after a big race or after a big event like this, and both physically and mentally and letting your central nervous system in your body rest and reset, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Listen, my
like,
voice.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also we don't have downtime.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, there's a difference. I think, sometimes you feel tired,
yeah,
right? And that often, if you're in a big training block, you're running frequently, you feel tired.
yeah,
This is a different
different. Yeah.
kind of tired.
It's hard to explain
This
almost.
is I don't want to get out of bed
Yes.
tired, which hits different. And then
Yeah.
you kind of realize that,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I didn't recover properly. So
Yeah.
again, you can go out there, you can do your own research. I encourage anybody listening to do that,
Yeah.
and you can find varying kind of plans for recovery that exist. So, sorry, listeners, we have two dogs staring at us and scratching Alyssa. Like,
If you're watching and you see us kind of be distracted a
I'm
little
fairly
bit.
certain the one's going to knock the camera over,
Yeah. But
but we'll pause and restart. So I think much like a taper is valuable and necessary for a successful race, I think a proper recovery is also necessary for you to get kind of back in the saddle
yeah.
and back to it. And I'm living proof of how to do it wrong. And I'm kind of feeling that now. I was useless in the gym
Yeah.
today. We have a race coming up in 4 days.
Yeah.
Saturday, we're doing a relay race, and that might not go very good. We'll do a
Yeah.
post race recap for you, but I do not feel recovered. I
Yeah.
feel tired. I'm sick. And that's probably my own doing for not taking like a solid week off
Yeah.
from running.
Running,
Right. I
working
got
out.
back and probably did 30, 40K
Yeah.
the next week. And I didn't need to do that. It's not like I made any gains with my endurance, my
Fitness.
fitness,
Yeah. That's true.
probably with my looks, but
So many gains
so
there.
many gains.
Yeah.
So it's more like you don't want to sit still. Like
Yeah.
your body is still, again, you're in that euphoric state. You want to get right back to it.
Yeah.
It wasn't that, oh, I didn't trick myself and say this was good for you. Oh,
Yeah.
go back. This is good for you. In fact, I knew that I should be taking those days off,
Yeah.
that time off, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't want to mow the lawn,
But then
you know?
look at what happened now is you're
Right.
sick,
Yeah.
right? So I think that that's a really
That's
good
the trade.
point. Yeah, is that the downtime really does matter. Like let yourself have kind of that crash and let yourself be a little blue about like cuz you've accomplished a huge thing.
Right.
So let yourself kind of be down a little bit and also take some of that downtime, limit your kilometers, eat extra food,
Yeah.
replenish those calories, stretch, do kind of some of those recovery things that we've talked about before and let yourself kind of reset and settle. Cause I think too, like, and I don't know if this terminology is necessarily correct, but you're almost in kind of like a fight or flight mode, like when your CNS, like when your system is so activated and
Right.
firing on all cylinders, you're almost in that kind of state where you're constantly, your neurons are firing constantly, both mentally, right? And your body's just, it's just at this complete overload, fatigued, kind of cumulative fatigue state. So you have to listen to that, honor your body and your system, and let yourself kind of have
Yeah,
that
and I
downtime.
think for the recreational runner, the George type runner out there, let's think injury prevention long term, right?
Yeah,
Probably
great
the
point.
stupidest thing you can do is just get right back into it,
Yeah,
start going on tired legs
totally.
and a
And
messed
then
up
trip,
system trip. Yep, something bad
hamstring.
could happen.
Yeah,
Overuse,
yeah,
whatever it might be, and
exactly.
that's not good,
Yeah,
right? That's something you will regret. Getting sick,
yeah,
I'll get over it, but
yeah.
injury would be kind of devastating
That'd be
and
horrible.
really put a damper on things for
Yeah,
the season.
yeah,
Those of you like us though with a compressed, maybe not a compressed, but a busy race season,
yeah,
um, maybe limit your recovery window. I mean, I don't think personally that you need to take 6 weeks off to recover. I think that's extreme. In fact, I think probably 2 weeks would be where I'd cap it. I'd go stir crazy.
yeah,
It's kind of past the point um, of a need in my mind.
yeah,
And at that point, it might be diminishing returns, right? I
yeah,
don't think the recovery would outpace the loss of conditioning at that
yeah,
point for me. But that's, again, trial and error. It's something you have to play with. I think a week is probably a great place to start
yeah,
and kind of get back, ease into it after that.
exactly. Yeah.
My 2 cents anyway.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. And I think that, when we talk about what to do, we talked at the beginning about those post race blues and what to do about it. I think that that's just a good point to end off on
Sure.
is have that week's rest, reevaluate, see where your body's at, how you're feeling, how that fatigue state is, and then go from there. And I think that what you can do too is you can schedule, some post race goals, whether that's specific to more races or whether that's structuring workouts specifically for recovery or
Right.
kind of having some other goal in mind. Um,
Silly dog.
yeah. And so take the downtime, and plan and prep for your next goal,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
also just, hey, here's a thought, do, run just for the love of running, just for fun.
Absolutely.
People tell me that people run for fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, what?
Get out, ease the pace, have
Yeah.
some fun,
Yeah.
put some joy in your life.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make one note of a kind of a funny thing.
Yeah.
So last episode we did well, not last episode, but our bonus episode, we showed
Yeah.
you guys our sweet ass medals.
Medals. Yeah.
I just wanted to throw this out there. I won't name names. But we had a friend who recently did a trail race.
Yeah.
And speaking of the mental come down, I wonder if he experienced it right away when they handed him a two-sized medallion.
He had the tiniest
He
medal.
knows exactly who he is.
Yeah.
And for that person, feel free to throw a picture up of your miniature.
It fit in the palm of his tiny little hand.
Tiny.
Actually, his hand wasn't small. The medal was tiny. I was
Yeah.
like, where is
His
it?
hand's probably quite normal.
Normal size. But yeah.
Don't shame your hands.
Yeah.
But that medal,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how you start to come down
yes.
hard.
You know what?
That
If you
little
want
medal.
to get rid of those post-race blues, walk around wearing your medal. I mean,
Yeah, a big medal.
no shame, and that's not cringy at all. Just do it.
Not at all.
I've worn. I haven't taken my
Let's
medal.
normalize that.
Yeah,
You don't see enough people wearing their medals
I know.
or participation ribbons around. You damn well better.
Participation.
You should.
Yes,
Flaunt
absolutely.
what you got.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. We just wanted to talk a little bit about that. You're saying goodbye already.
I'm waving, but I haven't said it. I'm just waving.
But yeah, thanks for joining us. Let us know if you are like us and you're just depressed right now.
Yeah, we're rushing to get off so a dog doesn't shit on the carpet.
We hear the dogs are making noises, so we're a little worried about that.
That's right. Well, whenever you listen to this, have a good night, morning, day.
Yeah.
Wherever you're at in that day.
Yeah. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.